YouTube, what's up, what's up, what's up? A little bit of time has passed since my last video and the hair growth is still going strong. I'm running on my 1 year mark, believe it or not. The shrinkage is looking mean right now. But that actually is not what this video is dedicated to. I handpicked about 8 commonly asked questions on a variety of my older videos. 6 of them are going to be pretty common questions that a lot of you guys have asked me either in a private message or in the comment section of my video. I have them on my phone right now, by the way, so you're gonna see me looking down a lot. But I have a couple subscriber specific questions that I really wanted to talk about a little bit further in detail, so I'll definitely be giving a couple shout outs in this video as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this started. So the first question that I'm gonna kick off with is, how old are you? I've been getting this question a lot. Like when I say a lot, ever since I first started doing hair journey videos back in 2009. I'm 22 years old. I first started back, I wanna say I was about 13 at the time. I think I get this question a lot because I will admit I don't really look my age majority of the time, but you know, black don't crack, so you already know how that goes. The second question is gonna be, what's your ethnicity? And this is actually a funny question because somebody commented, what's your ethnicity? Are you a Caribbean boy? And I'm not even joking, like he spelled boy, B-W-O-Y, and I just thought that was the funniest thing. But that's actually a very common question that I get a lot, so I will go ahead and put it out there that I am of mixed race heritage. I'm black, white, and Native American. And with that being said, of course that does have a little bit of a contribution. Well, let me not even say a little bit. That does have a good kind of contribution on my hair texture. But I did want to go ahead and point out that just because somebody is of mixed race heritage, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna have this looser, finer curl pattern. Because I have seen a lot of people of mixed race, let them be black and white or like black and Hispanic, what have you, and they still have that coarse, common hair texture, or more so specifically, I love using this as an example. Over in the eastern countries of Africa, specifically Ethiopia and Eritrean people, you tend to see a lot of looser curl patterns that's very similar to my specific hair texture, or even looser than that. With black hair being very diverse in the amount of curl patterns that you can have, just because somebody's hair texture may happen to be a little looser or what have you, doesn't necessarily mean they're of mixed heritage. But since that seems to be the most common perception in today's society, you know, I can definitely understand why a lot of people would ask that question. Question number 3 is, how long should I grow my hair to get braids, locks, etc.? This question is actually going to be very, very hard to answer, and I say this because it really all depends on not only your hair texture, but how fast is your rate of growth, how long you want your hair to be whenever you first start off. Whenever I get braids, I tend to wait about, I want to say 6 to 7 months. I really just want to make sure that since I do have a looser curl pattern, I need a little bit more length, just so it'll be a little bit easier to not only grip but also to keep that protective style length. Meanwhile, some people, they do prefer to wait a little bit longer just so they can have a little bit more length to whatever style they're getting ready to incorporate or install. You know, when it comes to braids, me personally, I do like to wait a little bit, or at least until I have a little bit more length, like I said. For locks, I can't really tell you too much since I haven't fully dived into the lock journey, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more at the end of this video. But I do see a lot of people, they start off their locks with a shorter length. So you'll see a lot of people have the comb coils with a small twist. And from what I've heard, that sort of helps your hair bud and lock a lot faster. But I do see some people, my mother included, they like to wait until they have a little bit more length, I guess, because you know, some people, they want to skip that quote-unquote awkward length stage where it's not really that long to do a whole lot with. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that it really all depends on your personal preference. Question number 4 is, how do you determine your curl pattern? So that is actually a very good question. That's a very common question that I get, and I've answered a few times in my comment section, but I really did want to talk about this a little bit further in detail. What I would definitely recommend, whenever you get the chance, you can either pause this video and go to Google, or just wait until the video is done, type in hair texture chart, and it should give you a good a good layout of type 2, type 3, and type 4. Within that chart, type 2 is going to be classified as the looser, closer to wavier hair, where it's almost like a loose wave. Type 3 is going to be what you actually see at the top right now, where it's more of it's still a loose coil, but it can also go into a tighter, almost spiral. And then the type 4 is going to be a really tight coil, almost to an afro textured look. Within those different numbers, there's going to be letters that pretty much classify and what's the word? Organize the level of tightness within your curl pattern. That's really all that I can put into detail. Like I've said before, I do have a multitude of hair textures within my head. This top section right here is a good mix between 3B and 3C, while when it gets closer to my sides and my back, it does get as tight as a 4A pattern, believe it or not. So yeah, it really helps to discover what your hair pattern or your hair texture might be. That way you can know what products may work a little better for you. With my hair, since I do have a little bit of a looser curl pattern, but also a lot of my hair tends to be a lot finer, cream and light moisturizers seem to work a lot better for me. Meanwhile, somebody with much coarser hair, butters may work a lot better for them. With that being said, you know, just study your hair a little bit more, and that'll definitely not only teach you what your curl pattern is, but also what helps you out in the long run. The next question is, how do you get curls? If you have afro textured hair, then it is possible for your hair to be curly, because naturally your hair is it's either coiled or spiral. To get quote unquote curls, you just sort of have to learn what products work best for you and what really helps boost that curl pattern. So like I said, for me specifically, light water-based moisturizers and creams definitely help moisturize my hair, but doesn't oversaturate, so it lets my hair boost that curl pattern. It really coincides with the last question. You just really have to learn your hair texture a bit more, experiment, and see exactly what works best for you and your hair. But it also pays off to read into the ingredient list of the products, just so you know exactly what you're putting in your hair. Because certain man-made chemicals and ingredients will sort of give you frizz and disrupt that curl pattern. So I would definitely study a little bit more and look into that as well. The next question is, how often should I trim my hair? Now this is a very important question, because I see a lot of people, they tend to trim every 6 months or like every other month or something like that. Some people swear by it. On my last hair journey, I literally only had to trim once. Within that entire, it was close to 2 years, I only had to trim once, and my hair was actually in really good shape. Whenever you're trimming your hair, all you're supposed to be doing is just pretty much dusting the ends. If you have any split ends, single strand knots, what have you, I would say only trim your hair whenever you need it. Me personally, I don't believe in the whole every 3 to 6 months thing, because you may end up sacrificing some length that was actually already healthy. This next question is from the Ecstatic Shock. Have you ever used any Shea Moisture products? And if so, do you like it? Early on in my hair journey, I actually did used to use a plethora of Shea Moisture products. I really loved their curl and style milk and their curl enhancing smoothie. It was a really light base formula. Incorporated a lot of natural oils like coconut, shea, argan oil like the list of essential oils was definitely pretty vast, and it just really gave my hair that shine, that moisture, and it didn't really feel like it weighed my hair down. I'm gonna go ahead and say whenever the Shea Moisture brand pretty much got bought out and they started changing up the formula, I didn't really like the way it made my hair feel. I mean, it did still boost my curl pattern, but at the same time it just left my hair feeling really really coated. If I do go back to it, the only product that I may use, it would either be one of their shampoos or maybe their curler style milk. But other than that, majority of the line that I'm using is by Design Essentials. I swear by them up and down. Like in the entire vast line of natural hair products, this is the only one that I've used that I've been able to use the shampoo, the conditioner, the leave-in moisturizer, and everything's just been working wonderfully for me. Like, I probably won't want to change anything anytime soon. Unfortunately, it is a little bit on the pricier side, but you know, you gotta be willing to invest in yourself if you really want to flourish. And the last question is gonna be by Seth Castleberry: how to deal with uneven hair growth. This all boils down to genetics, to be honest. The top of my hair actually grows a lot slower than the sides of my back. It never really looks like it because the top is a looser curl pattern, so of course it's gonna look like it's much longer than everything else. That normally puts me in a position where if I want to tie my hair back, then the top's not long enough to like actually go back in a full ponytail. The only way to like really deal with it is to get an even trim whenever you get the chance. Like, you want to go to a barber shop or a hair salon, just let them know you want to get everything evened out. What I did in my last hair journey, I grew it out from a taper. So my sides was tapered from the temple down. So it eventually gave me a pretty nice circular shape. So I didn't really have to do a whole lot of trimming, but at the same time, I can see how it would be a little bit annoying, but at the end of the day, it's all in your genetic pool. I talk about it a little bit more in my vlog number 3 video, so I think it's called Natural Hair Appreciation. You should definitely feel free to check that out if you want to hear me talk about it a little bit more, along with other topics such as just simply naturally appreciating your hair texture, your rate of hair growth, and blah blah blah. With that being said, those are all the questions that I have right now. You can definitely feel free to drop any more questions in the comment section below. My email will be in the description bar as well, so if you want to send me an email with a particular question, or you just want to give me a quick hey, I like your videos, what have you, you can definitely feel free to do all that. Before I let this video go, so like I said, my hair journey's been going pretty good. The curl pattern's looking alright. Man, I wish I did this video when I first got out the barbershop, man. I'm looking alright, and I want to be great. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to start over and just grow out all my hair again. Just growing out the top, I mean, it's cool. I like the fact that I can do a lot more with the sides and the back. Like, if I want to incorporate any designs in my fade, then I can do that. But I feel like I would feel a lot more comfortable growing locks out if I had a full set of hair, especially if I wanted to freeform or anything. I mean, I can definitely do that with the top, but I feel like I'd feel a lot more comfortable myself if I grew the whole top out. I mean, if I grew everything out. So there's a good chance that I may be cutting my hair one more time. I know y'all are gonna be pissed. I know you will, but it's definitely a possibility. But with that being said, whenever I do it, I definitely want to bring the camera in just so you can meet my barber, see exactly how he cuts my hair, what I may ask for. Also, there's some people who tend to say that I have a relaxer in my hair and that's what gives my curl definition. That's fucking stupid, man. I hate seeing that in my comment section. That's ignorant as fuck. But at least if I were to cut my hair I'm gonna go low so you can see that that's just my natural hair texture. This is my natural hair texture since birth from the scalp. You know, so it would be interesting to see that. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I hope you guys liked it. Definitely share to another friend if they have any common questions that were related to this video. More videos on the way. I know I say that a lot and I tend to go MIA, but I promise there's gonna be many more videos on the way. So just stay tuned. Until then, see you next time.